Alrighty. Good day, everyone. Let me just start up my MindCraft here. I don't have a whole lot of time this morning. It's morning where I'm at. Gonna go to the movie later with the kids, or soon, I should say. So, got maybe 30 minutes or so. We'll see what sort of progress we can make. I'm going to tear down the moss farm that I've been working on because it's totally over-engineered and it's not working anyway because I'm terrible at remembering how things are supposed to go, and we're just gonna try and simplify the design as best as we can and make it as efficient as possible. Okay. Alrighty. Excuse me. I guess before I get started, I should put away all my stuff. Uh, we want to keep that separate. Don't want to get it mixed up with anything. And we could put all of this stuff here. Oh, well, we'll probably want to keep that in our hotbar. Okay. You know what? This is a good candidate for the redstone box. Backpack, I should say. We got the Traveler's Backpack mod that lets us build some nice fancy backpacks. So yeah, the idea is just strip this thing down. Start from scratch with a much simpler design that doesn't give me a headache. Okay, so go ahead and get this out the way so we don't burn ourselves alive. thankfully too that this more simple design will have a lot less resources. I'm not going to follow any specific tutorial, but I'm going to be drawing from some tutorials I watched last night of different ways that people design these things. See how convenient this mod is? There's a reason I haven't been to the end yet. It's because I haven't needed shulker boxes, but it also makes the end less of a utility sort of thing. Instead of going to the end for shulker boxes, I can go to explore because the better end is freaking gorgeous. And when I do go there, I'd rather just explore, not feel pressured to get shulker boxes right away, although I will definitely be doing that too. Because I think you can actually pack shulker boxes into these backpacks. So, but you can't pack a backpack in a backpack, and you can't pack a shulker box in a shulker box, of course. But I wonder if you could break the game by packing a shulker box in the backpack and then packing the backpack in a shulker box and then packing that shulker box in the backpack. I think that might break something. It seems like it should. Maybe it doesn't let you put shulker boxes in backpacks. We'll see. Da, da, da. That made me a little bit dizzy. That water's full. Okay. This is graceful. I really want to get this finished because this has actually been a project I've been working on for a while now, pulling my hair out. and it's just a mess. I want to get back to the series. Do a little course correction. And you know, this is probably for the best anyway, because I have used so much redstone in this build that it's not even funny. And also the footprint has just grown as I've been trying to incorrectly implement this design. And just trying to get it to work off of memory when my memory was embellished and incorrect. So just throw that there for now. Okay. Actually, let me see here. That's all netherite stuff. The Better Nether mod has some ruby armor and ruby tools, and then there's this upgrade called ruby, or I think it's ruby's fire, something like that. But it basically, like, the pick has an upgrade on it called uh, obsidian breaker, and you can bust through obsidian really fast. Kind of wish I had that on some of these builds using obsidian. I'm sure I have it something like it stashed somewhere. I'm pretty sure I went and did some ruby fire upgrades at some point. Looks like I might have just enough time to finish breaking this down and maybe start on building the new design. I might just might actually kind of tile the floor in a way that makes laying out the design easier. Like we need like a 7x7 area for the moss growth. So maybe I'll tile the floor a bit to sort of have a blueprint ready for when I do actually design it or start building it. Okay. You know, what might make this easier? So this is the Emerald Tools and More mod or something like that. And what's cool about these amethyst tools is we can just repair them like this, and they retain their enchantment. I need to go get some more amethyst at some point. Also, you get these 3x3 tools like the hammer, which goes through stone. There's that excavator that goes through, dirt, sand, those types of blocks. And then there's the tree axe, which cuts down a tree, kind of like the Create Mods saw tool, except it doesn't do like a fancy. When the tree falls, it doesn't like do a fancy thing. It just like breaks it and drops it in the center of the tree. It doesn't have a cool little fall pattern that you have to chase around. Oh yeah, if you shift click with this, it just breaks one block. Oh, did I break something I didn't mean to? You know, I feel like this should be up here too. Should get some soul sand in this box. Okay. Looks like we've cleared everything out. Wait, don't mind that. That's the switch for the tree farm. Okay. So is this... I don't know if this is a one block center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17. Oh, yeah, it's centered with the chunk grid. So we'll just pick a corner. Say this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. We'll do 8. And then this will be our center. Should mark it with something. Lodestone. It's not a real lodestone. This is the chipped mod. You can make little custom textures on your blocks. Okay, we have about 17 minutes. So I think that's enough time to lay out a little template here. That should be 7 by 7. Oops. Okay, I want to diverge from the lighting pattern we have that's based on a 2-block center. So let's actually, we could show off the chipped mod here and pick a different type of block. I do love these edged ones, but let's see what else we got. Maybe do a little bit of simple and a little bit of fancy. And then maybe just some deep slate. Maybe some etched stone. Let's see. So it's not super fancy or anything. It's just a little... This is where the moss is going to grow. Not on this, but like this... You know what I mean. This column is where the moss will be at a different height. And then need to think about where we want the pistons to go. I think we'll want the pistons. So we'll want probably water on this side, pistons over here, and pistons over here, and then we'll just flush everything this way, and we won't try and surround everything in some complicated arrangement. We'll just make it straightforward, simple, logical. And all of this is going to be like pistons, pistons, and water. But we're going to have to think about this because you don't want the pistons like right up on it. You need enough space to generate stone. So then this is going to be where the hoppers are. So how do I want to do this? Maybe we'll just do that's where we got to think about pistons. That's where we got to think about pistons. And hoppers. And you know what? Water. I don't think we need to really worry about this spacing so much. Except, actually, this is also going to be where glass goes, so maybe not. I'll have to think about that. So this is probably going to be stone, then I got to think about how I want to do the stone generator. I think we'll go ahead, just to be safe, mark out a 3-block spacing from these left and right edges for the pistons. So actually, let's tile it like this. This will be probably stone. And this will be probably pistons. Okay. And we'll just do something to make it feel like it's not so asymmetrical or whatever. Something that makes it more square, I guess is what I mean. And then we'll probably have some sort of power, something or another coming across here. And we'll have obsidian right here. This will probably be where our storage goes. And our storage is probably going to be two blocks wide. But hopper and double chest, so 3 blocks. Got about 5 minutes. I think we can finish this bit off. It may not make sense, but it makes sense in my head, at least right now. Do checkered. This is kind of where the obsidians or blocks are gonna go. And then say this is the double chest. And say this is the hopper. Where'd that go? Okay. That's kind of sort of done. So I think now we think about how high we want this thing to be. Also, let's kind of organize here. Okay, that's a bit less chaotic. And while we're at it, trying to remember what we put here. And here. Oh well. You know what? I know what we put. Anvil goes right here. And then whatever else goes right there. And then we'll just go ahead and do that. We're gonna need more food, but it's just about time for me to get off of here. So just make sure everything's all nice and clean. We can go ahead just real quick. Is that everything that can be compacted? Looks like it. Okay. All right. Alrighty, guys. That's gonna do it for this little stream here. I will maybe see you tonight when we build this farm. Anywho, I'm gonna go enjoy some family time. Bye.